In the ancient story, a man is formed from dust and placed in a garden unlike anything we could imagine today. The ground is fertile, the air is clean, and the rivers shimmer under a perfect sky. There's no hunger, no pain, no fear, just abundance in every direction. Sounds perfect, right? Well, something unusual happens. This man, Adam, is put into what the text calls a deep sleep. It's not a quick nap or a momentary rest. It's described as a state where consciousness is completely taken away. While he's in this deep sleep, part of him is taken to create another human, Eve. And then the story moves on, as if nothing strange just happened. But here's the thing. Nowhere in the narrative does it say that Adam ever woke up. At first, that might sound like an insignificant detail, just a storytelling shortcut. But for some readers, this missing moment is more than just a literary gap. It's a possible clue, a hidden metaphor. What if Adam never woke? And what if in some way, we are all still in that same deep sleep? If that's true, then maybe the world we live in, everything we know, every event in history, even us, could be part of a dream. Not a dream we're aware of, but one so immersive, we've mistaken it for reality. That raises a disturbing question. If this is a dream, what would it mean to wake up? Would it be death or something else entirely? Think about how dreams feel when you're inside them. Time doesn't flow the same way. Logic bends. You can be in one place, then suddenly in another, and you don't question it. Doesn't life sometimes feel like that? Years pass in what feels like days. Things change overnight. We adapt without really understanding why. Some mystical traditions see the material world as a veil, a reflection of something deeper. It's not that the world is false. It's just not the ultimate layer of reality. If Adam's deep sleep is still ongoing, then this life might be a kind of dream within a dream, one we're meant to eventually see through. Imagine that each generation is another fold in this dream, pushing us further from the original awareness of the garden. Every so often, though, something breaks through. Déjà vu, a sudden intuition, a feeling that something beyond the surface is calling to us. Maybe those moments are tiny cracks in the dream's fabric. Philosophers have drawn similar ideas before. Plato's allegory of the cave describes people seeing only shadows on a wall, believing them to be the whole truth. Only when someone leaves the cave do they realize the light comes from a greater source. Maybe Adam's deep sleep is our cave, and waking up is stepping beyond the shadows we've taken for reality. But here's a thought. If this really is a dream, does that make it meaningless? Not at all. Dreams can shape us. They can teach lessons, reveal hidden fears, and inspire change. Perhaps the purpose of life isn't to wake up all at once, but to awaken gradually through small acts of awareness and understanding. Picture someone who spends decades chasing material success, only to realize that none of it matters without peace of mind. That shift, that moment of clarity, could be a step toward waking. Maybe every act of kindness, every search for truth, every moment of deep reflection is part of that same process. And maybe that's the hopeful part. If we're in a dream, we can still influence it. We can still make it better. We can still bring light into it. The dream might not be the final reality, but it's still the one we're living in now. How we act here could matter more than we think. So, what happens when the dream ends? Will we open our eyes in the garden again, as if no time has passed? Will we remember this life the way you remember a vivid dream after waking? Or will waking be so different from anything we know that there's no way to describe it? We can't know for sure, but maybe the question isn't about what happens when Adam wakes up. Maybe the real question is whether we can wake up before he does. If Adam's deep sleep is the backdrop of existence, then each moment of awareness we cultivate could be our own step toward the surface. And if the moment comes when the light floods in and the dream dissolves, we'll want to be ready to recognize where we've been, ready to step into what comes next. Because whether Adam's awakening is literal or symbolic, the truth remains. The value of our time here may be in how much of ourselves we manage to truly wake up. If we live as if every moment matters, then maybe, just maybe, when the dream ends, we'll discover we were already closer to waking than we ever imagined. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments. Whether you liked the video or not, I want to hear what you think. If you found the idea interesting, give it a like so more people can discover it. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next theory. Your input helps shape this channel. I read every comment,